When summer days become shorter, cooler nights slip in. Backroad air is filled with the aromas of freshly turned peanut fields. The growing grass of our yards now seems to have finally slowed just a touch. Hickories and poplars are showing the first hints of the upcoming changeover. And so begins the manifest of our longing for what waits just around the corner. Many declare this is their favorite of all seasons. Between busyness and the scorching summer heat, the thought of a slight slowdown for most is a cool drink of water. Now, don't get me wrong, the heat is certainly not something to consider in the past tense just yet. Only now, there's that notion that it is somewhat short-lived. September often marks the time of the year when a lot of areas host their local fair, a favorite pastime of most Americans. Much like here in Central Virginia, at what is now known as Field Day of the Past. It's much the same, but yet quite different. It all started over 20 years ago when a group of steam and gas engine enthusiasts gathered in hopes of promoting and preserving the history of industrial machines that helped shape our country. It's now grown to a venue attracting over 42,000 people annually, stretching out over 50 acres. The event is packed with American and Virginian history, mixed with some good old fair-type fun. It's sure to offer something for guests of all ages. There's carnival rides, games, craftsmen of all sorts, antique displays, tractor pulls, live music, and assortment of food of all flavors, and the list goes on. They've even got pig racing. But what really sets this show apart is how it can truly take you back to another time. Have a seat in the ice cream parlor from long ago, or visit the blacksmith shop and see how tools were once crafted. You'll stroll past multiple displays of various industrial and agricultural machines, farming equipment, tractors, and cars from days gone by. Kids and adults alike can see up close how these little ice cream spoons we're all familiar with don't just grow on trees. Numerous historical-themed displays line the walkways here that will lighten your heart and leave you with a sense of gratitude as you spend the day seeing how things used to be. Now, just off Sawmill Road is the heart and soul of the show, Earl Lisfield's steam-powered sawmill. Here, mill workers use high-pressure steam provided by a power mechanical boiler donated yearly to power a steam engine from the 1940s and putting life back into this vintage workhorse. Raw timbers are brought in, cut, and planed down to modern-day precision by way of machines from decades ago. Fix your eyes on one of the many belts that's weaved into the mill and follow it from one pulley to another to unravel its role in the process. With the sawdust piling up and the hissing of steam around you, you'll find yourself standing in awe as you watch some of this near 100-year-old engineering in action. The mill and steam engines are manned by volunteers who yearly staff these labor-intense positions to preserve this near-extinct method of milling logs. Billy Otley and Dennis Gammon, two of Field Day of the Past volunteers, will spend the off-season from the show maintaining these industrial relics to keep them going year after year.
Today we are here at Field Day of the Pass in the edge of Goochland County outside of Richmond, Virginia, and we are showing off our steam engine complex. We have 12 steam engines located on site, running from 150 horsepower Kohler steam engine down to steam engines that's probably no more than maybe 2.5 horsepower. And some of them are just idling, showing the movement of how the steam engine works. And then others are doing work like we're pulling a sawmill, sawing lumber, just like what production would be with the 150 horsepower Kohler. The flywheel is 12 foot in diameter and it runs 100 RPM. And pulling a 48-inch saw at 550 RPM. This is our 25th year. We started off pretty basic, just a bunch of tractors and hit-miss motors and in the middle of a field, and we drew 1,800 people that year. And it's grown until last year we had 45,000 in 3 days. And so we have truck pull, tractor pull, a heritage village where you can see what life was like in the 1800s. We have an educational building that we use to entertain kids. And then our big centerpiece is our sawmill complex. I mean, this is not anybody putting on a show. They run like they're making a living.
The entire show is, for the most part, organized and operated by all volunteers. Folks coming together every year and putting on the show is in itself like a well-oiled machine. Most of the mill logs will be sold and further processed for use as railroad ties and drop pieces for pallets. The biggest reward, however, for all those involved is that of the excitement and intrigue of the show attendees as they get a front row seat with a glimpse of some true history of American industry. Power Mechanical is honored to annually take part in and provide steam power for this nonprofit event that educates, enriches, and entertains so many people. It's become a company tradition in itself, getting the sawmill and other steam-driven machines up and going. These century-old machines can still be seen going strong every year about this time. So next year, as the sunny days of summer begin to dawdle into the harvest season and you feel that hankering for a funnel cake and a stroll into yesterday, lay course for the little town of Rockville, Virginia, just off Interstate 64, and witness firsthand how once again steam has played a leading role in our way of life. Yesterday, today, tomorrow. Steam.